How's it going, everybody? We are live. Welcome to the Timcast IRL podcast. I'm here with my buddy Adam.
How's it going, everybody?
That's Adam.
Thanks for showing up.
And we went and saw Birds of Prey last night. We didn't do the show because I had a sore throat and because I record for like 3 hours a day. I was like, man, it's probably not worth it to risk it. And then so we're just gonna sit around. And then I was like, well, you know what? We've been ragging on Birds of Prey. Why don't we go see it? Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
I doubt anyone cares.
We are going to spoil this movie.
This is one of the worst things I have ever seen. Ever.
It was bad.
It was bad.
Gosh.
All right. I'm going to show you something. Something offensive that will trigger you. Before we do, if you want to get into the super chats, and feel free to do so, you can click the like button. We will get to your comments, but this is going to be a long segment because we are going to rip this movie to shreds. As you see from the title, this movie was cringy, woke trash. The entire movie.
Yep.
There was not a single man in the movie who was like good in any way.
All men were terrible.
All of them. And oh man. Oh dude. I don't want to I don't know if we should go through it like act by act. It's like I think we might relive it and it's traumatic.
Right, because there's different scenes that I remember like, oh, seriously? There's like the first one that I noticed was the female cop. She goes to her subordinate like, "Hey, She's like the veteran cop too.
Wait.
She's standing with her.
Let's give a basic context.
Okay.
Birds of Prey is Harley Quinn from the DC universe with some other DC characters. I have no idea what the movie's about, and I saw it the other night, but it's basically Harley Quinn and these other female characters teaming up.
Yeah.
And now we begin.
Right, so it cuts to this cop, and she's like, "Oh yeah, this happened," and then she's got her new partner like pestering her, like, "Nah, that didn't happen. How did that happen? How did that happen like that?" And she's like, "Yeah, it definitely happened. It was one person who did this." And then she turns to like a regular cop and goes, "I'm gonna need ballistics. Check ballistics on the car out there." And he looks at her dumbfounded, and then he turns to the newer man detective and goes,
Like he shrugs at him.
Do I do this, sir? Should I do what the woman says? It's like, what?
That's the movie.
In what world does that happen? Like, she's the senior cop on scene,
but right.
And she says to a cop, "Go do the ballistics report. I need that." They're gonna be like, "Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. Done."
But to get the bigger picture, basically, every single motivation was a caricature of patriarchy.
Yeah,
I'm not even kidding. I'm just going for it. Full spoilers. I kid you not. In one scene, the motivation for the bad guy to kill Harley is that quote, "I have a vagina."
Oh my gosh.
I'm not kidding.
You're right.
She says it. And then she says, wait.
Crossed out.
No. It literally said the words, "I have a vagina."
Oh, that's
on
right.
the screen. And I kid you not, it then says, "I voted for Bernie." Not a joke. Literally happened.
That was the motivation to get killed.
The bad guy had no motivation at all, made no sense.
None.
And he was like, dude, this movie, oh man. All right, so there's a scene where he's like, okay, first of all, it was not a feminist film. It was a female cringe. Okay,
yeah,
so hold on.
It. Yeah.
A feminist film you'd think would be like Strong Women's, being like Rey from Star Wars. It's feministy in that she's strong and she's got great powers.
Well, Wonder Woman is a better example because it's an island of awesome, strong women. That's literally where she comes from.
But here's what I mean. And
she's an awesome.
But that's not what I mean.
Woman, superhero. She's
a traditionally woke film puts women on a pedestal. In Ghostbusters, they're smart scientists with PhDs, and all the men are just dumb. This was Harley Quinn's motivation is that her boyfriend broke up with her and she's upset about it.
The first 30 minutes of the film, by the way.
No, the whole movie.
But no. But the first 30 minutes of the film is literally her complaining that he broke up with her.
Yeah.
And now she's got to find her own way. And then it's like, oh, her friends were like, yeah, she'll go right back to him. She's just like, no, I'm not going to. Throws the drinks down and storms off.
Dude.
And then talks about how she misses him. It's
I figured it out.
What is going on?
I figured it out. I know what that movie's supposed to be.
Please explain.
So they've experimented with woke feminist films, right?
Okay.
But they always give them motivations that are masculine, saving lives, saving the world, right?
Is that masculine or is that just simply like a human
hero? Sure, but
thing?
A traditional motivation.
Okay.
I think this was what if we made a superhero movie with the motivations being completely female? So I kid you not, get this. The motivation of the cop is that her promotion was given to a man who didn't deserve it.
Yep.
Not kidding. And then finally when she's like, I know what the bad guy's up to. He's going for the diamond. The guy who wasn't supposed to get the promotion goes, all right, get on it. And points to the man and says, you do it. And she goes, but this is my case. And he's like, we need something we can work with.
We need actual evidence, not your hunch that this is what they're after.
Oh, my
and it's
God.
Like, but you just told the other guy to go research it. It doesn't make any sense.
Here's the best part. Huntress. You might know who Huntress is.
The crossbow killer?
The crossbow killer. She's a character in DC, and she kills people with the crossbow. Not even in the movie. Okay, she is, but it's like this weird thing where Harley Quinn is like doing stuff, and then it'll show you like 10 seconds of Huntress doing one thing, and then that's it. And then at the end, it's like, there's Huntress.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but she had literally nothing to do with this movie. The guys she killed had literally nothing to do with this movie at all.
Yeah, but they forced that whole storyline into it. It's about like how her family got killed, and it's like that's the motivation of the bad guy because he wants their fortune, which is written in the diamond somehow. So he needs the diamond to get the fortune of her family. I guess.
Okay, no, full stop.
No?
The story starts with Harley Quinn trying to buy an egg sandwich.
Right.
The egg sandwich gets dropped in the street, and it ends with her finally getting an egg sandwich.
That's it.
The
That's
plot
what the story is
was
about.
her trying to get back to the shop to get the egg sandwich. I'm not kidding.
This is the only part of the movie that I have any kind of identification with.
Getting the egg sandwich.
Yeah,
you can see how it'd be devastating to lose your egg sandwich.
Yes.
Okay. We're going nuts because we've got so much to say, but I have to do this. All right, check this out. Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 88% audience score. I'm calling shenanigans.
Yeah, me too.
I got a theory,
There's
man.
No way.
Here's my pop culture conspiracy theory.
No way.
I think so back before there was movie reviews, if a movie was bad, people still had to go see it based on the marketing. So you'd go in the newspaper and see what, Siskel and Ebert had to say.
Right.
And maybe it was hit or miss.
Okay.
But for the most part, you were like, well, I guess I got to go see it. With Rotten Tomatoes and social media and word of mouth now being extremely, and videos like this, movies now are getting destroyed. Rotten Tomatoes has been constantly like deleting audience reviews and blocking audience reviews. Now I'm going to go ahead and say these are fake.
Yeah.
And I think I have a good reason to argue as such. First of all, one of the reviews says Mary Elizabeth Winstead nailed it as Huntress. And I was like, I got you. You lie. She's not in the movie.
She has like 5 lines.
When she is in the movie, she has no lines until the very end when she has literally like 30 seconds to a minute of screen time. Not exaggerating.
I'm pretty sure she's just complaining that she's not the crossbow killer too.
It's right. Exactly. Right? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically what happens is throughout the movie of Harley Quinn, first of all, time jumps back and forth. The movie starts with the narration from Harley Quinn and then somehow just stops at one point.
Goes to cartoon, I think, for a little
Cartoon
bit.
was the beginning.
Well, no, it wasn't the very beginning. It was one of those times where it went back. She's like, you know what? It's probably better explain how I came to be, and then we get all of her life.
They were trying to make, I guess, like feminist Deadpool.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
So she looks at the camera and winks a couple times and like smiles at the camera and stuff, and it's like she's talking to you. It's very obvious. But you know what, man?
I saw this quote on here. I have it right here. Someone goes, The movie was surprisingly decent and good. Some people are obviously calling it trash because they're probably threatened and triggered by a female lead comic book. And it's like a comic book movie.
I just laugh at these remarks
and
now.
It's like, what? No. Wonder Woman was an incredible movie. And that's a lead woman from a comic book.
I won't pull my punches for the sake of trying to claim I like a movie. Wonder Woman was a good movie. I give it like a B plus, maybe A minus.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Not the best movie in the world, but it's an enjoyable movie I'll watch again.
Yeah, definitely.
I love that scene when she jumps out of the trenches.
Yeah.
And her shield's taking the 50
and
cals
all
or whatever.
all the guys are like, what?
But Wonder Woman had some feministy moments where she like walks into the council, it's all dudes, and they're like, "Is this your assistant or whatever they said?" Mm-hmm. So it was like, Wonder Woman was a bit feministy, but the thing is, I figured it out. Because we were talking about the other day, and I said, I think I understand why this is bad. First of all, this is Ghostbusters 2016 all over again.
Yep.
Every man was stupid or evil.
Right.
The only guy who wasn't technically evil, spoilers, by the way, we've gone nuts, is Black Mask makes a guy he forces him to take a knife and cut a woman's dress off.
Right.
And he's like shaking, is like, I'm so sorry as he does it.
Yeah.
So either there's one feeble, weak loser, and then all the other guys are cringy, insane.
Right.
Black Mask. Okay, let's start over.
Yeah, Black Mask.
She before she breaks up with Joker, she does whatever she wants.
Right.
And so she's like, because I'm dating Mr. J, nobody wants to come after me. And then finally,
even after she broke up, I haven't told anyone, and
right,
they're still
right,
leaving me alone.
No, that's what I mean. She was broken up with him.
Right.
And because they were broken up, nobody would go after her. But as soon as she announced her breakup by blowing up a chemical plant,
right,
everyone's like, that means she broke up with Mr. J. And then they find the J necklace. And then she's wearing a female symbol on her neck.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. Anyway, now all of a sudden, everybody wants to kill her, right?
Right.
So here's really funny. The only semblance of a plot is the MacGuffin chase of like, where's the diamond? And they're like, whoop, 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 running around trying to find the diamond.
Right.
So dumb. So anyway,
while she's randomly trying to be killed by all sorts of different people.
This was where my eyeballs looked like were about to burst from my skull, and my brain was turning to goo. When they finally kidnap Harley Quinn, for some reason Black Mask is like, Harley Quinn's not with Joker. I'd like to kill her. So then they kidnap her, they catch her, right? He brings her in, ties her up, and that's when the scene is where she's explaining that he hates her. She goes, there's many reasons why he hates me, and then it says, I have a vagina. But then it flickers through a bunch of things. I don't remember all of them, but one of them was voted for Bernie.
Yeah.
I was like, dude. But then the best part happens. It zooms in on her face and turns into a dance sequence where all of the henchmen are going like doing like a weird dance with her, and she's going like this.
She's
and
like wearing like a nice classy 1930s dress.
It's a music video where she sings "Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend" or something like. Or is that it?
I don't think that was it. I don't remember.
That was it.
That was it.
Oh, is that what it was?
Version of "Diamonds Are a Girl's Best
Oh,
Friend."
okay.
I'm like, it's like Ghostbusters, dude. Yeah, when they break out in the dance sequence with Chris Hemsworth.
Did you found something that explained that? What was that?
Oh, this is the best part.
What?
So we got this article from The Atlantic, the long overdue rise of Harley Quinn. And
wait, look, did you see the first sentence here? It says the character of Harley Quinn began as a running gag. So was it all just a joke? Is that what?
No, like a running gag. It's so weird. She was a character in the animated series.
Right.
She was Joker's like girl.
But as a joke though, that's what that is, isn't it?
No, she was a legit character.
Oh, okay.
And she was like smitten and would do what he said. And she was, I think she's one of the few comic book characters who started in the cartoons, the adaptations, and moved to the comic books.
Ah.
But they go on. I don't know if I can go through this to find the part where they're like trying to explain. Is it where is it? Where they first of all, this is they're praising it, which is a lie. But there's like, it's so long. Here we go. Here's the scene where she says she voted for Bernie Sanders. That's Victor Zsasz. They ruined Zsasz, by the way.
They totally ruined Zsasz.
Okay, Zsasz is a serial killer who knifes people up, and he was just a weaselly loser guy who shot people. He had a gun. No, he did use his knife, okay? It's not entirely fair.
Yeah.
But check this out. First of all, Roman treats Harley as her ex did, taunting her with language that could have been pulled from the Joker's dialogue. Quote, "You know you can't stand on your own," he sneers at Harley. "You need me." She has no relationship with the guy at all.
He did say that.
And
I didn't even realize.
And she has no relationship with him at all. In no way, any point in the film, is there anything about her working with him or doing anything. It makes no sense. So here's the best part. So they try to explain how the weird dance sequence is her finally snapping into reality. Oh, here we go. In one scene, he slaps her repeatedly across the face. As he does, she enters into a fantasy sequence inspired by Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. In her head, Harley recasts Roman not as the aggressor, but as a gentleman simply asking her for a favor. Before she can make it through the song, though, she shakes herself out of it, realizing she's just retreating into a delusion. Behavior she once used to cope with the Joker. The film implies... No, it doesn't. It's literally her sitting there, and all of a sudden it shows her dancing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, it was very, like, what is happening here?
It was a dance sequence, just like Ghostbusters.
No
okay, so now here's what happens.
I couldn't even finish Ghostbusters.
There's so much in this.
I watched half of it and turned it off.
Oh, you missed out, man. You missed the part where Chris Hemsworth was dancing and all the cops were dancing, and you missed the dance sequence.
I definitely missed that.
Okay. Hold on.
Good.
So he's kidnapped Harley, and she's like... he's gonna kill her, and she goes, "Wait, don't kill me. I could find your diamond for you." And he's like, that makes sense. Let her go. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
He wanted to kill her for no reason.
Yeah, no, he wanted to kill her for all those reasons.
Oh yeah, because she had a vagina and she voted for Bernie Sanders. I'm not kidding. And then she goes, "If you let me go, I'll get your diamond." And he goes, "That's a great idea.
Yeah, sure, let's go with that.
Let her go." And then he lets her go, and then what is she leaves.
Right.
Okay, here's what really bothered me though. There's a scene and this is really irksome because Harley Quinn is not a frail, pathetic. She's a violent, psychopathic murderer.
Right.
And there's a scene literally where she's out in the back of the club where the Black Mask owns it, and Black Canary walks out, and oh man, what does Black Canary see? Some dude's trying to date rape Harley Quinn, and she's going, oh, I don't know, I want to go. And he's like, come on, baby. And he tries to put her in the back of a car, and I was like, dude, Harley Quinn is a good character because she's insane.
Yeah.
And she would do a backflip over the guy and twist his neck, and he would die, and she would giggle and be like, oopsie. Not because she's like, oh, I'm getting dragged away and I'm helpless.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody who had anything to do with this movie knew anything about the characters. Oh,
yeah,
man.
That makes sense, actually.
I know I'm all over the place on this one, but I got to tell you, there's a scene. Yeah, you guys know who Black Canary is? She's the one who can scream. You know, she's in like the CW shows.
Oh, I don't know.
Dude, Harley Quinn is a roller derby girl, feminist Harley Quinn, and she squats like she's taking a dump, and Black Canary screams, and it's the shockwave, and I'm like, okay, it's Black Canary, and then she rides the shockwave squatting down on roller skates, and I'm just like, dude, when they got to this part near the end of the movie, I kid you not, a part of me genuinely almost had a reaction to grab my phone because I thought a commercial was going to come on. It was like a scene. It was like I can't explain it, but you've ever seen like a made-for-TV movie?
Yeah.
Where you just know the commercial's about to play.
Yep.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I stopped. I'm like, dude, I'm in the theaters, and like I had my hand on my phone. I'm like, oh no. It's like. So the other, like you mentioned the other day, you thought it was a straight to DVD movie.
Yeah. I mean, and it was. It should. People shouldn't waste their money and go see it in the theaters.
You know what, man?
They shouldn't waste their money and buy the DVD.
But let me warn all of you.
Bootleg this movie.
No.
Online, just
don't. Nope. Don't say it. Don't say it. Nope. Don't watch it. Just don't watch it.
That's better. Don't watch it.
You will be angry about the 10 seconds you spent. Don't watch it.
There was too many inconsistencies with what would happen in real life. That's what I was thinking about the entire movie. Like, that wouldn't happen. That wouldn't happen.
But
that wouldn't happen. And I don't think that in other comic book movies.
Even when they're far-fetched.
Like,
and it's a magical woman jumping and flying.
Like, whatever. It's like, oh, well, whatever. But I never thought this wouldn't happen. Ever. The first time I saw that was Ghostbusters 2016. Yeah. I was like, what is this? This isn't.
But it's because it's a caricature of motivations.
Right.
So here's what I was thinking, right? Like, what's wrong with these movies? I think I get it. In Wonder Woman, what was her motivation? Stop the war.
Stop World War, yeah.
Hey, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Edge of Tomorrow, what's Tom Cruise's motivation?
To stop the war.
And the war.
Yeah.
You know, stop the bad guy.
Stop the alien invasion.
In Birds of Prey, what's the motivation?
Egg sandwich.
Yeah, well, yes. But it's also my boyfriend broke up with me, and I'm trying to find myself.
Right, okay.
So it was like
a semblance of
eat,
that.
pray, love with violence.
Yeah. Or also save the girl, but then also turn her in, but then also make her my sidekick.
Because there was no coherent plot.
Yeah.
So here's my best part.
Right.
The other night, when we got out and I tweeted, like, Cats was better than this. I mean it. Cats was better than Birds of Prey, and I'm dead serious. Okay.
I've never seen Cats.
But you know how everyone was like, oh, this is the worst thing ever made.
Oh, were they saying that? Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I'll explain in a second. But sure enough, I get a blue check mark on Twitter, quote tweeting me, and he says something like, I said, whatever you do this weekend, don't go see Birds of Prey. It was awful. Who is this movie made for? Here's the quote tweet. He says something like, unless you're a misogynistic incel, definitely go see this movie because you'll greatly enjoy it. And I'm just like, dude, it was like, How
about when Harley walks into the police station and shoots the cop in the face
with a beanbag?
With a beanbag grenade launcher. One shot, you have to
single
reload.
Load, 44 millimeter.
Redo. Boom, shoots the next cop in the face. Proceeds to shoot like 10 cops in the face.
And none of them are armed.
While they're running away from her.
Oh,
so dumb.
If only someone there had been able to stop her from shooting people in the face.
That wouldn't have happened. I don't get it.
But it's okay. Like, here's the thing, man. I expect there to be some suspension of disbelief. It's Harley Quinn, right?
Yeah.
But
sure.
they didn't even have her doing impressive Harley Quinn stuff.
Right.
Like in the cartoon, she'll do like crazy gymnastics, acrobatics. They did have a little bit, but it was basically her just walking, going thum, thum.
Well, then she did fight, but then it was that slow-mo thing that they did all wrong, where you can see that it wasn't actually fighting.
So like when you do slow motion fighting, what you do is you slow-mo the strike. The motion of the arm before the strike, and then just before the contact is about to happen, You speed it back up.
Yeah.
So it makes it look fast.
Yeah.
They didn't do that. They
Kept it
actually
in-
slow-moed all of it until the play hit happened. So when you're doing stunt fighting, you'll do a fake hit and your elbow will give or your knee will give, and they show it.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, there were some aspects of it that I was like, that's pretty. You know, like, okay, when the chemical plant blew up, I was like, that's some cool CGI, I guess. But the fight sequences were like dull and, oh, dude.
The hair tie.
The hair tie. The hair tie.
The hair tie.
There was a sequence where Harley Quinn somehow is on roller skates now. No idea how.
No, did you even hear them?
She mentions
goes,
it.
Where did she find time for a shoe change?
Oh, dude.
Straight up said that mid battle.
And here it goes. Here it goes. All right. I have to say this. I have to do it. Black Canary is fighting, and all of a sudden, she starts trying to pull her hair from her face, and she's like, oh. And then Harley goes, hair tie? And she goes, thank you. And then she puts a hair tie and keeps fighting, and I was like, ugh.
While she's putting her hair up, she's like kicking guys.
Yeah.
You know, that whole battle really annoyed me because Black Mask brings an army. They even go, wow, they brought an army. They open up this cabinet. And
there's like 500 guys.
There's no guns, though. And they're like, oh, man, we're out of guns. And they're like, oh, there's this cabinet of like a hammer, you know, the classic Harley Quinn hammer. And
yeah,
I'm like,
mallet.
oh, dope, the mallet. I finally saw it, you know. And none of the army, there's like 100 guys out there, you know,
Yeah.
all
There's more than-
guys.
it's like 200
all
guys.
ready to come in and like kill them. They bring bats and machetes and
No.
cleavers. There's a couple of them.
I know.
that had it.
I know. That's kind of okay, except
When they walk out the door
And he shoots her.
and the cop gets shot, and then all of a sudden they're getting shot at. It's like, only the guns guys, they stayed outside.
okay, but hold on.
Just in
it
case.
would make sense for close quarters combat indoor. They wouldn't bring the rifles in with them.
Sure, just send 100 guys in.
But then all the guys with the rifles are standing outside, and Black Canary just yells, and they all blow away. And then Harley Quinn squats on her roller skates
shoots through
them, and then like grabs on the car. And it's just like, dude, who is this movie made for? I swear, the way she was like smiling and giggling, and I'm sorry, Margot Robbie. I think you're a good actress in a lot of films, but this was just so
You know
made
what?
for TV.
I'll give it to her. She did a good job of acting in that movie. It wasn't her acting, actually.
I mean, yeah.
I don't think her acting was the issue.
but it was
the writing and
Yeah, that's true.
It
That's
was
true.
the writing. Yeah,
But here's what I'm thinking: like the way they were talking, eating cereal, Cassandra Cain being a little fat girl who's a pickpocket or whatever. I really thought this movie was made for like 12-year-old girls. I mean that sincerely. I'm not trying to rag on it like it was made for. No, I mean it was literally like the colors, the hair tie stuff. But there's blood and gore. You know, like they show the bad guy exploding and his limbs flying everywhere.
Cocaine in the middle of a battle.
Yeah.
She does.
Yeah.
And it's like
None of it makes
I was
sense.
at the mall the other day and I saw half of like Hot Topic is like Harley Quinn, you know?
That's
like,
what it's all about.
You know, selling Harley
right.
Quinn, the whole idea of her.
Well, so here's
I
something
think
funny.
you nailed it there.
Check this out. Let's jump. So this is Cassandra Fairbanks, who's a big legit Harley Quinn fan. She said, "I hope Birds of Prey effing flops so hard that DC has to start making films that are true to the source material. Feminist Harley Quinn should never be a thing." And lo and behold, Jimmy Palmiotti, one of the writers, actually responds, "This character is true to the comics we wrote. So very true to the source material, like dead on. 117 issues of Harley written by us, in fact." To which Cassandra says, "You wrote S comics, bro." I can't swear. I'd like to. I'd love to get that emphasis.
Wait, but
there.
she's a Harley Quinn fan though.
Yeah, Cassandra's like a legit DC Comics
Okay.
and fan of like the real OG Harley Quinn.
Okay.
But I think it's funny that the dude chimes in being like, it is, close to the source material. Yeah, bro, people don't like the source material. But check this out. All right, one more time. Let's go to the... So this is one of the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, which is why I'm calling shenanigans, because what is this website?
The Hollywood Outsider.
It's so first of all, when I do reviews, I use a service called NewsGuard. I only ever use NewsGuard certified. This is looks like a GeoCities blog from 1999. Okay, no offense, Hollywood Outsider. I'm not trying to be mean. New episode every Wednesday. But she writes, Birds of Prey is a film made by women, for women, about women, but operates in a capacity that is enjoyable for everyone. No,
Nice.
everything about that sentence was correct up until you said it was enjoyable for everyone. I swear, I look at these reviews, And I'm calling shenanigans on this stuff, man.
I mean, who has the money to,
here we go.
pump in, like, to hire people to go and make fake accounts?
They have to. No, they have to.
Of course.
Because look, there's
They
700.
have so much money, they can definitely afford to pay someone to just sit all day and make an account, make an email, make an account,
And I'll
make
tell
an
you what,
email, make an account. Boom.
You probably don't even need that. But I'm willing to bet the justification is we're getting review bombed by incels, so we better do it.
Right, exactly.
So
they're saying the other side's doing it, like, oh, all these people are saying it's a terrible film. Well, maybe it's a terrible film.
It's a terrible film. There's no way. 88%.
88%?
But I am.
No way.
It's kind of weird, man. It's kind of creepy because this has got what's 1917 has 89%.
Yeah, 1%
on the tomato.
less.
Well, on the tomato meter. It's 5 points higher.
Oh, okay. The tomato
1917 was amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a man. That was a good movie.
I can't wait.
It's like a
to see it.
single take. It's a
Yeah,
war
well,
film, and
I
I
gotta
was
see
like,
it.
whoa. You mean to tell me you think this piece of garbage? Okay, there's a scene. Harley Quinn's got a hyena. Someone throws a bomb in her house, and the hyena runs to the bomb, and then all of a sudden there's an explosion, and she goes, "Oh no, where's my hyena?
Where's Brucey?
Where's Brucey?" And he's gone, and she goes, "Ah!" At the end, there's the hyena just like back with her, and she's like, "Turns out he was just outside,
roaming around the
What?
Chinese district." Like, what?
dude." Nothing made sense. I'll tell you what this movie was. If you took a bunch of college kids and had them film like small 30-second TikTok bits,
Right.
starring Harley Quinn, and then stitch them all together, Birds of Prey. My favorite, the very end. They finally explain what Birds of Prey is because, no, this is not Birds of Prey.
It isn't.
It's not. It's Harley Quinn going around trying to get a sandwich. Sort of. I mean,
or not get killed.
but in the end,
everyone's trying to kill her.
basically what happens is they find the MacGuffin, the diamond that. So inside the diamond are like numbers scratched or something. I don't know.
Yeah, to some like
To
Bahamas
like a Swiss
account,
bank account or
Swiss
whatever.
account,
I don't
yeah.
know. And then they're like, she ditches the Birds of Prey and she goes, "I guess they used the money to start a crime fighting outfit." I kid you not. Huntress
And
is
she makes
costume.
fun of them, actually.
Yeah.
She calls them like a joke.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, whatever. They started something. What a joke.
But here's
It's
the
like,
thing.
What?
Huntress's costume looks like it was bought at one of those Halloween costume shops. And I'm not exaggerating. You think I'm joking because I'm trying to be mean. I'm dead serious. It was a frumpy, not form-fitting jumpsuit. And she was wearing like sequin mask over her face. And I'm like, dude. And I'll tell you why. I'm willing to bet the people who made the movie said, I don't want to spend 10 grand on a form-fitting movie costume for a 10-second scene.
Yeah, it was a 10-second
So
thing.
she's wearing like
If
a
that.
jumpsuit.
Yeah, if that.
So finally, Huntress is, look, she's barely in the film at all. So it's like when the movie starts, the cop lady who joins the Birds of Prey, they're trying to solve a murder. The guy she murdered had nothing to do with the film. I have no idea what it's about.
Well, you find out like way at the end when Huntress actually has her lines. She's like, "Oh, I killed all the people that mattered, so I'm out of here." Period.
Yeah.
And the people that
That was
mattered
it.
were just the guy that ordered
Random.
the hit on their family and the three guys that actually shot her family.
And then,
And that was it.
for some reason, though it makes no sense, she goes, "Do you think that those guys were acting on their own? It was Roman who hired them." It's like, no, it wasn't. That makes no sense because Roman's plotline was he was just kicked out of the family.
Right.
And is trying to take it out on his own to prove to his dad.
Yeah, because he was complaining about family earlier in the
Right.
film. You're right.
So what was it?
So he wasn't even part of the family.
20 years ago, this happened when Roman was a teenager and he ordered this? It didn't make sense. The guy who ordered it was an old guy smoking a cigar.
Right.
And then Huntress goes, "I guess you're right."
I guess you're right. I'll help you fight them.
And that's like the first time she talks. And then they're like, "What's your name?" And they're like, "Crossbow Killer." She goes, "Don't call me Crossbow Killer." And I'm
They
like,
call me Huntress.
they were trying to.
They did have that scene where she's practicing in the mirror.
Yeah.
Saying that over and over again.
I'm sad because I like Mary Elizabeth Winstead. She's in.
Is that who the Huntress is?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's been in a bunch of really, really good movies. She's in Scott Pilgrim. That was a great movie.
Oh, yeah.
They
That was-
actually tried to develop her character a little bit, and I was really sad that she only got like 30 seconds because she could have been super great.
And yet they gave you her entire life story. She was
But
raised
it was,
in some
it was plot
Italian.
irrelevant.
I know, it made no sense. It
I know,
was just
okay, so,
they just shoved it in the movie. They're
So
like,
yeah, so
we'll
it's
put
like
this in there too. Why not?
one of the henchmen who was supposed to kill her, like hides that she was still alive after the massacre,
Right.
And then smuggles her body to Italy to be trained by assassins to come back and kill his friends.
So wait. Yeah, because like he was one of the assassins that killed
Right.
her family.
Right.
Why wouldn't she have
Was
him
he
on the list?
exempt? But
Yeah,
they never
why?
mention it. They don't bring it up.
Yeah, they don't
because
talk
her
about it.
plot has nothing to do with the movie.
Right, it makes no sense.
Okay, basically Roman wants to find the MacGuffin because he can get access to money. That's it.
That's it.
I don't get it though. He already runs Gotham and everyone's scared of him.
Right.
He's Black Mask and he's got 500 henchmen.
Right.
He runs? You know what, man?
No, well, it's my diamond. Why are they trying to take my diamond?
So basically, okay. Like, I'll be honest. Here's like
so whiny.
The literal plot is this chubby little girl keeps pickpocketing people and she steals the diamond and then she eats it. And so then literally everyone's like, we must get the diamond. The whole movie is a MacGuffin chase.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, the diamond. And then it's just like none of the plot points make sense. I think the easiest way to explain it is like Vine videos or TikTok videos strung together. And you're like, I understand that these were all filmed independently and are not related to each other. It kind of connects because it's the same person, but there's nothing really there. So I think we kind of beat the horse to death.
Yeah.
And
don't
we're just
watch this movie.
Just continue to wail on it.
Please forget this movie. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't.
Wait till it's on TV and you can like get a gist of it. Like,
because then
it's on. Yeah. They were right.
You're gonna need your phone. You're gonna need your phone for this. So you're not gonna want to watch in the theaters because I tell you what, after the first 4 or 5 minutes, you're gonna be like on your phone browsing or like playing some mobile games or something.
Like 5 or 6 different times throughout the movie, I was bored, and I pulled up my mobile game and I was just playing my mobile game. Like, meh.
1917.
What is going on here?
1917 was a movie where I was like, I can't wait. It's over. Whoa.
Oh, really?
It was just like
nonstop from start to finish.
That movie went by in the blink of an eye, and I wanted
So
to cry
good.
several times. And I was like, oh my gosh,
dude.
this is amazing.
1917 is epic.
Yeah, and you know what? Let's talk about the Joker. That was DC. That was a DC film. This was a DC film.
Can we?
How is there such a drastic difference? The Joker was one of the best films I've seen in maybe my life.
I'll tell you what the problem is.
And then this movie comes out, and it's like, what?
I'll tell you what the problem is.
Where's the balance?
DC keeps trying to copy Marvel. This was an attempt at Deadpool.
Well, what was the Joker? That was a standalone thing.
That was different. That was them like taking the guy who worked with Scorsese, I think.
Okay.
Was it? Was he the guy? I think so. Anyway.
Yeah.
Joker. Look, they did it right. They haven't always failed. Wonder Woman was good. Joker was really, really good.
Yeah.
Joker was excellent.
Yeah, it was great. There's some good DC films.
This was them being like, can we get our own Deadpool? Let's copy it. It's like a copy is never as good as the original.
Right.
And plus, I'm sorry, Margot Robbie, you are not Ryan Reynolds. Like, you are good at what you do, but trying to pretend to be like somebody else is not as good as the somebody else.
But again, I don't even think that was her fault because I mean, I'm thinking about this movie, and if they made it realistic and not like trying to like shove men are bad, all men are terrible, and women are just the best, and it's like if it was like a little more realistic in a sense. Like, there was a guy who they kept showing like the motivation of why these guys wanted to kill Harley Quinn, and one was literally an eggplant emoji with crossed out, like like
what is that, like he wanted to do her?
Or I don't know, like what does it mean? Like she doesn't have a I don't know, you know? It's like,
no, it's like it means he wants to do her.
Oh, okay.
And like she wouldn't let him.
And she wouldn't, so
yeah,
got to kill her.
But like I don't, I guess.
I wanted it to be better.
No,
I did.
No,
I wanted it to be. You keep poking at Suicide Squad like it was like it was that or whatever. Like I actually liked it. I thought it was entertaining.
Oh, I forgot to talk about Cats.
It wasn't that bad. Suicide Squad. I liked it.
Let's do this.
I wanted Suicide Squad. This was not that.
So let me. Well, here's the last thing I'll say. Cats was weird, furry people. Like weird CGI that they were very horny and like constantly rubbing on each other, and I was kind of like, this is very strange, but they were singing.
Okay.
And some of the songs I liked, like Mr. Mistopheles. I thought they really butchered Memory.
I don't know anything about Cats, so.
So Cats. The funny thing about all this, all the hatred Cats got, is that the Cats play is literally, it was a book of poems about cats, and all it is a bunch of cats singing about what kind of cat they are. That's it.
Okay.
I guess they're in a cult or something.
All right.
But it was funny to see all these people reviewing Cats being like, I don't understand why there's no plot. It's like, well, then apparently you don't know what Cats is because Cats has no plot.
Right.
It's literally. But here's the thing. Cats was boring. Cats, I was sitting there like, imagine if someone said, you want to go to a theater and listen to like an entire album, like 24 songs from Zeppelin or something. It's going to be like 2.5 hours long of music.
Yeah.
Now you'd be like, a couple of those songs I really like. They got Kashmir, they got, Immigrant Song, they got Stairway. A lot of them I don't know.
Right.
So half the time you're kind of like, it's music.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you're bored. This movie was like half cringe, half bored. So it was worse than Cats.
Yeah.
Wasn't as, I mean, I was going to say it wasn't as creepy. No, it's kind of creepy too. But Cats was creepy because it was cat people who were really horny. This was like cringe and boring. And here's the thing. Sometimes you think a movie is so bad it's funny to watch. No. I will admit, as you pointed out, we were laughing sometimes.
Yeah. At the movie.
Not like...
I did laugh.
We were laughing at like how awful it was.
Just like, this is ridiculous. Like, I can't believe this is a movie in 2020.
But here's the more important thing why you shouldn't go see it. You shouldn't go see it because there were like 6 moments in the 2 hours or whatever where you were laughing at how bad the film was. Yep. Like when Harley squats down like she's going to take a dump and then rides the shockwave. I was like, what is this? Oh, man. But most of the time I was just like rolling my eyes like, no, they're not going to. Oh, they're doing it. Oh, I wanted to walk out. You know, I didn't. I didn't walk out for you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. For all of you. So that you could hear what I had to say about how awful this movie was. Thanks for checking out this segment from the Timcast IRL podcast. We do the show every Monday through Friday at 8 p.m., sometimes an hour or 2. And we do have a full live recorded version of the show that includes a lot of comments and smaller segments you probably don't see. If you want to check that out, you can watch live at 8 p.m. Monday through Friday or become a member of this channel. And for $5 a month, you get full access to all of the recorded podcasts. Every day after the show, we make them available in the community section of this YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe and stick around for more segments and more shows Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you all in the next show.